We just passed a dead deer laying on the side of the road. It was hit sometime in the last 24 hours, and that's kind of one of the main reasons why we're out here. Is we're harvesting deer to thin the herd for disease reasons, as well as limiting it. Because who doesn't love getting in a deer wreck? I know him and I both have hit multiple deer in the last couple of years. It's not fun. So, well, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and welcome to day 5 of Iowa's shotgun season. So we're stopping here down at our rental property. Gonna grab some stuff and meet the guys up at the car wash. It's about 8 o'clock. We're going to be it's a little slower start just because we're all pretty gassed. He's old. We're pretty gassed. It's been a tough year. A lot of guys are battling injuries. Myself, I'm just off ACL surgery. I'm pretty sore. Dad's getting old. He needs a knee surgery here soon. We have a couple guys. One guy's got a bad back from law enforcement. I mean, our average age group in our group is probably 45, 50. So it's can't be run around spry like we do used to. So either way, we're gonna get up, go meet at the car wash, and see what we can see today. It's supposed to be a blistery one in about a couple hours. We're gonna have an Arctic cold front coming in. It's gonna drop. The high temperature right now is 36. It's 36 right now, and winds are gonna pick up 20 to 30 mile an hour. And the air is supposed to be around 15 degrees by the time we quit today. So we'll see how long we want to go. Okay, we're all meeting at the local fine dining establishment, otherwise known as the car wash, which is a gas station convenience store. That pretty big hangout spot. So we're gonna meet here, get our game plan together, and try to go hit something.
Alrighty, everybody, Hartung Family Farms, day 5, Iowa shotgun season, season 1. We are getting ready to get ready for the first drive of the day. It's hard to see. We got some gravel, like dust in the air, but there's also some snow. It's currently 28 degrees. It's actually going to get quite colder and windier as the day progresses. So we'll see how that affects the deer, if they want to stay bunkered in, or if they're going to be moving more. But, you know, we got 0 deer yesterday. So let's hope we try to, finish the season with at least, a good ending, or at least see some good action. Let's go.
Starting to snow, and it's supposed to get windy and cold here about 10 o'clock, and it's about 8:30 now. So we are going to head out and see if we can do about 3-4 drives today before we call it a year. It's been a great time. We had a lot of good friends, a lot of good laughs. It's great to have my 2 boys, Ronald and Robert, back to hunt with the old man, the bud man. He is the big 6-0. He's getting old, so I'm a declining buck. Ouch. Anyway, we are heading out here to the farm, Jeanette's farm, Hartung Schrader Farms, and we're gonna see what we can do today. So,
Good old black deer out eating some hay. Goal is not to have any of those casualties.
Blam!
Looking at you, Scott.
nah, we're good.
Okay, so we got enough guys that we're actually going to be blocking this hillside, and James is doing some sort of medieval dance.
You guys are just Schrader Point,
Yeah, exactly.
Hartung Family Point.
So they're gonna be blocking this hillside. This is the one we're pushing down. We're also setting blockers in the next hollow, kind of like what we did last time. We actually got some deer that kicked out right at them, so we'll see what happens. Well, this is gonna be interesting. At least it's not windy yet, but it's snowing.
Oops. Right.
Left side again. Remember, you'll kind of walk up here and then dive in.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just starting. First drive of the day. It's a little bit windy, a little bit cold, and a little bit of snow on the cover on the ground, so might actually be able to see some deer this time.
Okay, we're just getting set up here. Bobby is going way up there. Got Ethan going way up there. And I'm gonna be up here covering the hillside. So starting to snow pretty good, as you can see. I'm getting too old for this stuff, but I love it. I enjoy the heck out of it.
I'm in my spot to block for day 5, drive number 1. My dad's down at the bottom of the valley. He told me to block a little higher, so I'm right here on this nice little path. I have a shooting lane right there if they're on our side of the fence. I have shots right in front of me, and my next blocker is directly to my right, so I can't shoot in front of me, but I can shoot to the left and to the right. So let's see if we get some.
All right, shoot straight. So this amount of snow really isn't enough to do anything. Like, yeah, it makes it a little bit whiter out, but we need to have a little bit more to make it kind of worthwhile. But it is going to make it slick, that is for sure. Which is going to make these drives fun.
Okay, I moved a little bit from my blocking spot, so we had a safer shooting lane up top. I can now shoot straight ahead, and I got the cornfield as my backstop. And now down below, I moved a little bit backwards so I can shoot in front and not worry about my blocker that's down at the bottom.
Myself in the face. Nice. Okay. It's a lot slicker than I was expecting already. Neat. It's really pretty though. I've been saying I've wanted a hunted in snow for a while. Well, here we go. Because like I said, brown deer on brown leaves really doesn't work out too well for as far as visualizing the deer. But brown deer on white backdrop with snow, much better. Four just ran into Hartungs. Just saw them. Just saw the tail skirting up over the edge. Couldn't get the camera on in time because, yeah, I know, like the last time we did this I complained about dead batteries. I had 3 really good batteries. This is a GoPro Hero 10. So I mean, it's not a brand new one, but it's still pretty good. And yeah, they just died, mainly because I left it on the whole time. Not gonna do that today because colder weather, the battery degrades, I don't know, 30%, 40%. So might miss some shots, but it's still gonna be a fun day. I have a good feeling about this. A little hot, getting a little sweaty. Haven't seen anything else bust over yet, but I'm hoping there's more. Hopefully. Oh, I thought that was something. Just a bird. And stuff like this where it's gonna get dicey going down. Gotta be very careful about gun control, gun safety. So always have the barrel pointing away from you. Unload your gun if you need to, if you're crossing some pretty nasty stuff. Nothing I've crossed so far is too bad, but we'll see. Blockers are, our drivers are right here. Blockers are way over there and 2 up in that field. Kind of keeping them from busting that way. There's our second blocker. Time to get into the thick of it. Pass through here. Nice, one underneath. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, that's what I'm gonna try and do. Under there easier. Oh, stuff I'm catching. It's ridiculous. Whew. Ah, this stuff sucks. Whoa. Whew. Gotta go through it though, because this is where your deer are at.
I just heard a driver shout out way down in the valley. That either means that they're out of line and they're trying to get lined up, or they saw a deer of some sort. I doubt it's the latter, but oh well.
So last time we did this with 4 guys, this time we're doing 3. So last time I was up on top more. This time I'm down the hill, just to get closer to the drivers. Whew. I'm tired. You guys almost saw me biff. Yeah, there's a lot of trees that are down on this road. Just while I got this one wrapped up. Now the right side about the snow, you can track deer much easier, which I don't see any, but you can. I mean, just look how pretty this is, at least. At bare minimum, getting a gorgeous day. It's gonna get very windy though, these next 2 drives. Not gonna be fun.
I just heard one shot go off. It is quite windy. I can't see or hear anything. It's also snowing. Oh, sorry, my hand's in the way. And my red dot sight's starting to fog up because of all this precipitation in the air. So
that was a shot from one of ours, almost positive. There's one shot though. Maybe we're getting lucky. So I'm gonna, wow, wind is picking up. So I'm gonna walk this hilltop here because last time it gets really thick right in through here. I'm just gonna walk this, try to kick anything out of the cedars in through here. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. These real thick cedars and the wind is really starting to whip. Oh man. Well, this is a good spot for deer to be bedded in these thick trees. A lot of cover. Was that us that shot?
Yeah, I think it was Ethan. It was just one shot though.
Yep, I didn't even hear him. I know he had some kick over early.
That's okay. Okay, down the hill we go.
Oh yeah, that's a good one there, guy. Okay, have fun, go down the hill. Okay, well, we are just chilling, or I'm just chilling here. I believe the guys are getting vehicles down here and then coming back up top the hill. I'm gonna start making my way that way. Wait as long as possible until I crest the hill and get absolutely wind burnt.
All right, we're gonna head up to the top of the hill for drive number 2. No deer shot at, or no deer shot.
Oh, and this one.
Ethan saw one on the right side, took a shot at it, couldn't find a blood trail.
700-yard shot blindfolded, so barely missed it.
At an angle,
Yeah.
uphill,
Yep.
through the snow,
One-handed too.
both ways. So we'll see how we do.
Okay, we're set up for drive number 2. Had a little mix up. I couldn't get my tailgate open in my truck, so it was couldn't get the guns out. So, but we gotta get set up. I got a guy up there, guy down there, guys up there. So they'll push this right towards us. Hopefully, we get some deer out of this one.
Oh, start making my way back. Yonder. She is a little breezy. This is so much fun. Woo! Again, I got back to bad day in the woods. It's still better than a good day in the office because this is fun. Hand warmers for the win. Okay, I'm about ready to go head up top. Stick another hand warmer in my glove here. She's getting a little chilly. I'll step up into the wind. And yes, I may sound muffled. It's because I am. I have 3 face masks on essentially. It's cold. Well, this stuff is nasty. And I just realized I'm too far down. Thought I was gonna be there. Ike's gonna be there. Whoops. Okay, so we had one shot in the last drive, and they must not have gotten anything because it didn't take long to get up to the next drive. That sucks.
All right, starting our next drive. Some Hartung property. It's gonna be a nice windy one today. This is the drive that I walk across my tree, so let's go find that. It's a little snowy, so let's make sure we don't trip.
Okay, so I'm gonna be right here, staring right into the wind. I love it. So Steve's gonna be driving. He's gonna be the last one in the finger, or in the timber. Got a guy's gonna be starting all the way down. Okay, so I hope I timed it so that way, basically I'm up here right when the drive's starting, because I don't have to be up here any longer than I need to. So I'm talking a little bit louder because the wind's basically blowing right in my face. There's no way the wind's carrying my scent or my voice into the timber. So I basically need to watch this low spot. Steve will watch the kick out there, and then this low spot. And then once Steve gets going, gets about halfway, I'm gonna hightail it over to that hill. Wind calmed down a little bit. Makes it a little less miserable. A little bit, not much.
I will say it is kind of gorgeous when it's some snow on the ground hunting. Makes it kind of fun. If it wasn't so gosh darn windy. Marco! Come on, dear. It's when you say polo.
Well, there's a driver. I think at some point Steve can be coming in. And also at some point I don't need to cover this. I can get moving.
Okay. Little micro rub. That's kind of cool. And not too farther along, there's some more rub. We usually see deer on this drive. Let's hope we hear some shots too.
Okay, hopefully we start hearing something soon, seeing something, doing something. Steve's starting to make his way in. I saw a driver already cross here, so that's good. So I'm gonna stay right here until Steve gets most of the way into that finger.
Where are you at, dear? I want you to meet our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Preferably today, after I find you. Haha.
Not gonna have a good shot because he sees me right across the dike. Dumb thing. He's just trotting along. Okay, so Steve's making his way into the finger. I've already seen a coyote go through. Hopefully there'll be a deer coming through here soon, too. Yeah, that coyote spotted me right away. There's another one. 2 coyotes in here. So even if I would have a shot at it, guys, I choose not to shoot at coyotes, mainly because, I mean, all the research that I've done is every time that you shoot a coyote, just another coyote takes its place. It's not like you're really hurting the population really at all. Because like I said, that's just the type of animal, the type of breed that coyotes are. So that's why I choose not to shoot. And because usually, you know, the coyotes will run out first. You shoot at them, deer know, hey, I'm right here, deer, don't run towards me. But that's just our group's mentality. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I know others don't feel the same, but that's just the way we feel.
Here, dearie, dearie, dearie. Come on, you're my dear friend.
My sign of something's in the area is birds flying away. Just had an owl fly out right down from me, so I'm guessing something's moving through there. And it's definitely not our drivers yet. Our drivers wouldn't be that fast. So here soon I'm gonna move away from watching this and this to watching this and that. Sorry, I'm not pointing because my hand is frozen. Okay, so I see Steve right there. That means I'm gonna move forward here very shortly. Just make sure he doesn't kick anything out right there. Which I doubt he will, but you never know. There's definitely deer in here. I've heard some signs. Heard some crashing, I should say. And the wind's picking up.
Okay, coming across our third kind of gully here. Now this is these 2 trees up here. They're the pseudo trees. I say pseudo because they're fake. These are not the ones I should be walking across. They're a little more dangerous, especially with that snow. I won't be walking across those, but my OG one, which should be the next valley over, it's on.
Hot. So the drivers are farther ahead than I think. I'm gonna keep moving. So my blocker's right there. I see him right on the timber edge. So I'm gonna be up a little bit and closer to the woods to kind of help keep these deer in, run them right to him.
Kind of hard to see, but you can see my footprints. You know, the white on the leaves is not overturned. Look at this giant pile right here. That wasn't me. Another pile right there, and another pile right there. I wonder if there were deer here. Here, dearie, dearie, dearie.
So there's Steve over there. So I will say this, guys, this is definitely one of our lower years that we've had in a couple of years. I mean, the last year we had 23, the year before 21, something like that. You guys should really check those videos out if you really like this type of content. We do this stuff every year. You guys check out this hunting playlist card right here. I hope you guys can hear me at least. Other than now, there might be something in here. I just had a puff of snow whiff up with the wind right in front of me. I thought it was a deer making a jump. Oh, this is miserable, guys. I am frozen, and there's our driver. Yeah, our driver's right there. So, driver's just about done. No shots.
My arch nemesis has arrived, this time with a frosty glaze. I just heard a squirrel behind me. I thought it was a deer. I about pooped my pants. Not saying I didn't do that already today. That's a different story.
Yo! They're already up here. Driver right here must not have picked up Steve. That stinks. Oh well.
Oh, Mother Nature trying to trick me again. Trying to tell me that was my tree. Now this is my tree. Let's go. Easy does it. Woohoo!
Well, either. Normally at least have a shot or two out of this one. Huh. Wonder if they busted back through or kicked across, or who knows, because nothing came out my field. I know that. Alright, I'm putting my bigger glove on because my phalanges are frozen. We'll find a place to cross.
Well, I can see drivers. Here comes James once again. No shots, no deer. I don't know where they're at, but it's crazy year.
Yeah, always set your gun over to the side. Ideally unchamber it, but don't always have to. If you set your gun to the side, cross the fence somewhere else. Whew. That was cold. So you say you saw a doe, or?
Yeah, I saw it. I would have shot it right there by that shed.
Yep. Dive back in.
Yeah, he popped out, looked at me, grazed a while. I drew up on it. I'm like, oh, that's smaller than Stretchy's.
I don't know. You gotta be pretty small for that.
It was pretty small, right? Here comes the deer slayers. Was it cold up there?
Oh gosh, the wind was straight in my back.
You look cold. James got an injury in his eye.
Hope you have good insurance.
Snow to make it slick.
Yep.
Not really enough to help us any. Packy said he saw a doe, small one. Drew up on it, but then it went back into the timber.
I should have went up one more power line. The one that's out in the field.
Did you go forward from here?
Oh,
Yeah, he was right by the low spot.
I was about 30. There's a tree stand up there too.
Yep,
I was about
Forever.
10 years.
40 feet past that, so I could see into that bluff.
That's the spot.
But about 150 yards up, and this is way. I don't even think these guys are driving yet.
We were doing the other drive.
But I could tell there was two heads. I could see through the timber, and they milled around there for about a minute, and jumped the fence and ran up that other power line that's out in the field.
They must have ran behind Bobby.
They ran that way.
Yeah, this was when we were. He said
4 shooter does and 2 small ones.
He said it was while way before he saw me get up on top of the hill, so we were still on the other drive. So who knows where they came from?
So I don't think you guys were pushing them, and they weren't in any big hurt.
I would say it might have been the 4 that.
Kicked down the same drive and went back in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just chilling here. James should be joining me soon. I'm waiting to start our next drive, probably our final drive of the day, depending on how it goes. It's also our longest drive of the day. It's where I sit in the honey hole. I didn't want to sit in the honey hole because I'm going to be driving back home today and it's going to be a long drive, but what can you do? I'm already up here. So once James gets up here, we're going to make our way to the honey hole, and that's where I sit for about 2 hours until I see stuff. So
Went out of this one, saw quite a few small deer, a couple button bucks, a small doe, some coyotes. No shooting though. The first shot we had earlier in the day, it was a buck that kind of wrapped around Ethan, 20-yard shot. He missed. It is what it is. Just that type of year for us. So hopefully we can get 1 or 2 out of this one and call it a year. The start of this drive, it's really stinking windy, so we don't want to get out there quite yet, but also the wind's going right with the drive, so as soon as we don't want to get out and have our scent going down the valley until all the blockers are set. But nothing today, 1 shot. Hopefully we get a couple deer out of this one. French, you gonna stab one if you get close?
I'll stick them.
Go ride it for a little bit. So yeah, him and I are gonna be on this kind of middle right. Really?
Okay, we're heading up the hill. Final drive on Jeanette's farm. Scott and I are gonna set up here. One will be on this side, one will be on this side. And then we'll have 2 guys over there, 1 at the bottom. And they'll push this down. The bad thing about this drive is it's about a 2-hour drive, and it's got 30-40 mile an hour winds, and it's cold. It's like 20-25 degrees out. The good news is the sun's shining. The bad news is it's still cold. But let's see what we can do. We'd like to get 3-4 deer out of here, call it a year, but I guess we'll see what the deer gods are good to us or not. But with a little luck, the deer gods will be shining on us like the sun is. So we'll see you in the woods.
well, boys and girls, we are back in the honey hole. Unfortunately, the sun is out again, which means as it sets, as it comes down this way, it's going to be right over where the deer are. So if this drive doesn't start in the next couple of hours, it's going to be really ugly shots. But We only have 2 people blocking the honey hole. We got James way down there, and we got me here. Usually we have 3 people because they love coming over the hilltop here, the deer do. Some of them will scurry out up top. Some of them will stay here, cut across. Some of them will come down the hill. So we're going to make do with what we got. I'm hoping to get my doe tag still. Use up that bad boy before I head back. So let's kind of see what the hunting goes. I'll probably be here, maybe sitting here, standing here for at least a good hour, hour and a half. I got here pretty early. Unfortunately, I don't have a spot to sit. So I dug a little hole. Got rid of all the leaves, I should say, so I can at least walk around without making too much noise. It is pretty windy, so that's going to mask a lot of our noise that we make too. But it'll also make it that much harder to hear deer.
Well, this is gonna be a cold one, at least for the start. Yeah, we're just starting in. I have much lighter jacket, much lighter clothing because I am gonna sweat my you-know-what off. The wind's at my back. But last drive, like Mel was saying, we had 6 deer bust out. But it was kind of weird. We were doing the first drive, but they busted out of the second drive in front of Mel. So who knows where they came from or what happened there. But so this one, we're doing with 1 guy less. So we're not gonna have anybody in this field. So I'm just gonna have to split the difference and try to be as mobile as I can working through this crap. Last drive of the year. It's getting cold. It's 28 degrees right now, and by 4 o'clock it's gonna get down to 15 with this wind. So we are gonna be done with this one. Everyone's tired, everyone's cold, everyone's exhausted because deer driving is tough work, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, 9 deer is nothing to snuff about. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more and get in the double digits for this year, but it's definitely not our worst year we've ever had, but it's nothing like we've had in the previous years. And no, it's nothing with our hunting practices, anything like that. Just luck of the draw, because at the Ertz farm, for example, we usually get 10 deer out of there. This year we got 1. But there was a lot of shooting around us. Just tells us that the deer were not in that property when we ran it. Luck of the draw, it is what it is. So either way, we got us 6 guys working our way down, and Frenchie in the middle there isn't even carrying a gun because it's just gonna be a tough, this is just gonna be a bear. It's gonna be so fun at the end. So we are down guys. Some people that are hurt and can't go today, so we're down to 11. Over the weekend we did this with 18, including kids. So we're not gonna have anybody out in the field. We're not gonna have me shading ahead, keeping them in. So we're just gonna hope some deer stay in and run the gauntlet, go right to our blockers. The thick stuff. Oh shush. We don't skimp. I was walking through this because I got stretch right there. I didn't need to get into this stuff. Well, now I will. Gotta take our time, stay in line. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I'm set up here. Here's my view for the next 2 hours. As you can see, I'm kind of way up here. Now we just gotta wait for the drivers to come push everything this way.
Myself, that's nice. Time to cross. Nice thing about this little dusting of snow though, we'll be able to see any fresh deer trails. Hopefully we'll see some. Lined up, pushing. Like that. The trick is to try and find a deer trail and stay on it as best you can, because the deer take the same paths for the most part. What the heck? If they do that, they trample down a bunch. Makes it easier for you to get through.
I've been at the honey hole for about 20 minutes so far today. I have dug my little dirt spot. I've actually expanded on my dirt spot because as the sun comes down, I want to be able to get out of it, so to hide behind that tree branch, that shadow. So hopefully I can stay out of the sun so I can have a good line of sight, but also I need to be able to shoot straight to begin with, but oh well. So let's see what happens.
Well, I can see quite a ways right now. Got the old property line right in through here. That's a fence that's not maintained anymore. Let's go ahead and try and cross it right here. Got destroyed with this tree fell on it. Dick trying to step through the thorns. I get that. Some of this stuff is real thick in through here. Oh, it sucks. Got me a nice walking stick for the foreseeable future. And somehow Frenchie just put it in high gear because now he's passing me. I gotta zigzag out. There's always some stuff that sits in this bowl. Zigzag out, push it back down. It's just a couple fingers I have on this side, where the other side, it's basically all like that. Fingers, you gotta go out, push in. There's a doe sitting like in this gully right here or wherever. Oh, pushing it back down to the other guys. It's a little gully. Got like, I don't know, 5 foot incline right here. So I should be able to get through that, but there's some stuff that are 4 times this high. Yes, we do have some impassable gullies that we can't go across. Whew. Made it. You guys complain about how I talk too much. Well, I'm trying to give you guys some context. If I didn't talk, all there would be 2 minutes of walking through the woods and shooting deer. It's not much of a video. It doesn't give you much context. You don't learn anything. You don't have enough context to criticize me. So, therefore, we're at the format we are. Now, if I do like to change, if you guys do want me to change that, please let me know in the comments down below. Donnie, where you at, buddy? I need you. Need you in here.
Okay, I've been in the honey hole for what feels like 30 minutes. Hear nothing, see nothing, no shots. I can talk pretty loud because, like I said, it's pretty windy right now. So hopefully the deer can't hear me. And I really want to stay out of that sunlight, so I'm hiding behind this tree.
So fun. Sucks. Just fell. Whew. Fun, fun, fun. Now another finger I gotta go up and push down in. Deer track. Hey, 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 there's a sign of life. Running up that way. That's the nice thing about this snow. And goes all the way out to there. I really hope it just kept going this way, but it might have skirted out. Hey, that post looks familiar. If you guys know, you know. What is that? An old feeding trough? I'm not sure, but that's probably been in there for 40, 50 plus years. Huh. Is about 15 feet. Yeah, give or take. Thank you, Dead Tree, for your service. Appreciate you. And yes, because I'm the only one up here, I'm zigzagging a bunch across a bunch of these gullies. I did unchamber my gun. Because that's just the smart thing to do. I highly doubt I'm going to see anything to shoot. So, and if I do, it takes 3 seconds to rack one. It's absolutely underrated. Clutch for coming in and out of these gullies. So ideally I'd have another person split Frenchie and I. And he said 150 yards up. There's deer in here. But ideally, like I was saying, ideally you'd have another person split the difference, so you can be up a little higher, but just is what it is. So I'm 3/4 of the way up, Frenchie's at the bottom, because Frenchie can't be walking this stuff, and I'm still young and have 1.5 knees. I can take care of it. But yeah, I appreciate the couple guys that asked me in the comments how my ACL's doing. Doing good, sore. I'm not wearing my brace because it wouldn't fit under my clothes, but I'm honestly doing good. I'm halfway through the last drive of the year. No injuries, nothing other than just tiredness.
Just about had a heart attack because I was feeling my back right butt pocket and I didn't feel my wallet. So I thought I lost my wallet when I was pooping in the woods. But I realized I didn't bring it with me. Don't bring things that you don't need to bring on the hunt, otherwise you might lose them. For example, I'm sure Ronald has already edited day 2's video, but I lost his glove. I'm sure he's not very happy about that. And I also lost a hat, and I also lost another left hand glove. So I've lost 2 left hand gloves and a hat, but hopefully I will find them next deer season. So we're about 40 minutes in, still have not seen anything, nor have I heard anything, drivers or shots. It is very windy. Usually we'll start seeing some small animal life before the deer, if there are any. Hey, there's a squirrel.
He was pointing at me, pointing up on top of the hill, so I'm wondering if he saw those deer kick out, up and out. Because we're getting close to my dad's property. Right about there is where they start to kick out. Hopefully not, but I can't see anything. Look at me, look at all this shrub and bush. Impossible. Deer trails. They're in here still, so that's good. Not everything's busted out. Oh yeah, you can just see the disturbed snow and leaves going this way. I gotta go up because I can't go down. Can't go straight. Gotta go up. Here's the path. Whew. Usually if you're on a deer trail, they'll find paths. This walking stick is clutch. See right there. Walking stick saved my bacon. Made it. And howl again. So we're getting close to my dad's property. I hope that's it. I hope that clearing. It might be. And after that, we only got probably 20 more minutes to get there. Probably another 500 yards. Hey, not quite 20. Here's another deer path. From here on out, we have everything covered except for this right field. So we got Melski up in the field up there, all of us drivers, blockers straight ahead. Hopefully start hearing some blamming here soon, because I see my dad's property line another 50 yards up, 75 yards up. Because last time I was up in that field, I was already at that property line by now. Probably in, 3 minutes ago, I was seeing the last 4 deer jump across. It was $3 and a doe. Nice. Hey, all of us are here. I like it. I actually put this fence up, helped put this fence up. Not very happy with how straight these poles are. Those wooden posts are down there. Oh, that's bad. That is very bad. There we go, that's the finest place to cross. Having fun, Frenchie? Having fun? And there's the 6. So all 6 of us are in a line. Not bad. So you can kind of see there's the bottom. We definitely need 4 people on that side. You can get away with 1 over here. It's just gonna be what it is. Push of the year, last final push. We're all on my dad's property. I'm gonna leave the camera on. Thought that was blood for a second. Nope. Just berries or something. There's Mel up on top of the hill. Okay, we're getting some shooting now.
I'm in the middle of arts and crafts, and 2 gunshots just went off. I made this stick. It's kind of sharp. I used a knife, but then I just heard 2 shots go off. So stick is now on the ground, and we'll see if any deer come our way.
Like I said, my dad's portion is the last push of the drive, and some are skirting up on top of the hill. That's where Mel was shooting. Get him, Melski. That's his first shots this year. That means Lynn's the only one that hasn't shot yet. Well, we're still doing pretty good. We're all in a line yet, so that's good. Hopefully both sides of the valley will start shooting here soon. Be really nice. Now we're into the pasture part of the property, because this fence kind of separates a timber reserve that we got. It's basically trying to restore this 13 acres to natural prairie habitat. And I hear yelling up top. I said that's pretty cool, but no cows are allowed in that. That's going to be a deer haven at some point, we hope.
Lordy, we got to be pushing about an hour in the honey hole. Still have seen nothing. There was some shots earlier, but that was about it. Again, I can talk pretty loud because it is quite windy, so I can't even hear myself.
Hear a bunch of yelling up there. No blamming though. I want to hear blamming, no yelling. The last time actually the last 2 years we walked through here, kicked up does that are bedded down right in here. So at some point I'm gonna take my gun off my shoulder, have it at the ready just in case. As I'm caught in a bunch of thorns. Hey look, there's a rub. A little baby one, but a rub nevertheless. Ow. Mother, that hurt. These ones suck. The really mature ones that have 1/2 inch long thorns. Ow. Ow. Oh, golly. I must be getting tired too, because these are bad, don't get me wrong, but they're not that much worse than what I've already been through. Yes, that was 5 curse words. Because that really, man, I hope the logging road's coming here soon. Just about fell. Like, look at that. There's no gap. See my blocker 200 yards up, so if we don't get anything in this holler, I think it's time to hang her up for the year. Positivity, Ron, positivity. Would I rather be in front of the computer? Absolutely not. I just want to sit this drive at some point. I think I've driven it the last 3 years every time I've done it. Just fell backwards. So glad I have something out of the chamber. Deer probably all kicked out early. I figured that's what they would do, to be honest, guys, because the first 2 drives I did, all the deer busted early, none of them ran through. And then this last one, the only shots we got were up on top of the hill. Nothing ran through. So I was thinking that we should only put 1 blocker in the hillside. Yes, we're giving that up, and then get somebody out in the field. So they all busted, but oh well. And we're done. Another thing, I haven't seen any deer signs at all since we crossed into my dad's property, so they all busted out before that.
Well, I see something coming over. That is a driver. So no deer in the honey hole. We had some 3 days ago, but this is the first time in 5 years that I didn't see at least a deer go by in the honey hole. So let's see where those shots came from. Maybe they might know something.
And of course my GoPro isn't even on. I'm just way too pissed off right now. But anyway, I'm just walking down here, stretch heels, deer. Steve's right there. Deer just busts below it. Little doe. Not a little doe, I would have shot it. Bust back up that way. So just by luck that I was here. Frenchie doesn't have a gun, so he had no chance. And I got around racked. By the time it was there, or the time I was ready, it was right there. I had no shot. There's too much cover. Oh well. Always next year. That was back. You're a good use there, walking stick. Until next time. So you're right there.
Who are those 2 shots from?
Me and Mel. Yeah.
Anything?
No. I shot it just as they were running away, and I think Mel did the same. They were kind of in between us and hit the ridge top before I could even see him.
Not a single deer through the honey hole.
My everything hurts. That doe went here, saw the blockers, didn't want to keep going, and kicked back.
That would have been me. It'd be like,
Yeah.
by the time I got my gun out or anything.
Why didn't you throw your stick at it?
that was hauling at.
Well, I guarantee you, saw Bobby and stop and just waiting for Steve to make a move, and then went the other way. Didn't have one chambered or anything, because I fell on my more times I ever have.
I heard you holler.
Yeah, and doing it with one person, so I'm having to zigzag, makes it even
Had one
worse.
come down, Packy, back there.
Yeah, I had my weapon over my fucking shoulder.
He had it on his back,
With nothing chambered.
but it was hauling.
Chambered. I'm ready to go.
I wasn't. I fell so many times in that
Oh, really?
Just saw Bobby and was just waiting around the bluff, waiting for you to pick a direction and then shoot the other way.
She went.
Yep, and all of a sudden I hear it crashing, and all of a sudden, boom.
I told him he should have threw a stick at it.
There you go.
If anything would have happened, I would have ruined my good shoulder.
No bowling anymore.
Same deer that I seen come down, it had a white tail.
No.
As soon as we got in, probably 30 yards. I don't know. Did you see that?
I heard him yelling, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Was it
hollered. I
30?
said, deer ahead.
Yeah, and I didn't see
And
it.
it ran down the valley this way, and I thought, well, that's perfect.
And then I seen that one. I said deer, and it was ahead of you.
I must have heard that. I heard that.
Yeah.
Not liking the deer here at all.
You shoot?
Yeah.
Well,
After they were past me.
we need to go pick it up. Oh, okay.
Where were you at? Were you moving this way or?
Yeah, who was out in the field? Up top?
Daniel? I think it was Daniel.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was in the top side.
So, I see him kind of, once they got past the gate, or the fence that goes all this way.
The clear fence. Yep.
Yeah. So I see him. And so I start moving up, and I'm about 100 yards up from the gate hole.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, a doe and a fawn went just flying over the fence, through the gate hole. I'm like, okay. So I walk right up to the gate hole. And I stand there and I stand there until Daniel probably gets, he's not even 100 yards from the gate. So I turn around and move down 100 yards, and I look back, and 6 of them are going right through the gate hole.
Through the great hole?
I'm like, how the did they do that? I was standing right there, and he is coming up. I mean, he's not even 100 yards. Unless they were cutting across. I'm like, well, how the did they know that?
Did you shoot Bambi, Daniel?
Tried to.
Attaboy.
She was running quick.
So were you coming down that side?
Yeah.
Okay, riddle me this. How the
They must have been just watching. Because I saw you sitting right at that gate hole. Perfect. I go down one hill. A herd of them.
were you
Perfect.
more than 100
And-
yards from that gate hole?
No.
I moved down 100 yards
Yeah.
and looked back and
And
whoosh.
yeah, was there 6? I didn't.
6.
6. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The
and-
odds of that.
They're
okay,
just
you know when you came out on top, out to the edge
Yeah.
first time?
Yep.
Okay, I was above the gate hole.
Yep.
Well, been a good year. No one got hurt. Everyone was safe. We got some meat for the freezer. Not as much as we would have liked, to be honest. We usually like to be in double digits, but can't change that. As you kind of heard, just smart deer. Smart deer. Easy. Need to haul the mail. We're gonna wrap it up. Head to the deer shed. I'm froze, Melsky.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
No, it is not.
And a map,
Ronnie's.
camera. That might wrap up the season for us. We had a great 5 days of hunting, and we had a lot of good fun during the hunts and after the hunts. Bob, anything to say back there before you head back to Nebraska?
My feet are cold.
His feet are cold. So, what about you? You look cold too.
Exhausted.
So,
Doing that right side by yourself is not fun. Well, we made her back. We are gonna call that a season. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:30-ish, something like that, but everyone's just gassed. I mean, that wind and that cold temperatures just took everything out of us. Even, I mean, if you're driving, obviously that one's one of the toughest drives that we got. If you're blocking, that wind just ate at you alive. So we're all gonna call it quits. We're gonna head down to the deer shed, clean that up, and then we'll see what happens. But it's been a good year. It's been a successful year. We got 9 deer, some really good quality bucks, one real nice one. Only one small deer that got out of our 9, so we're pretty happy. It was a safe year. I mean, yeah, nothing really to say. Actually, we had four guys shoot their first Iowa buck, so that was been a pretty good year. Like I said, really didn't have the numbers that we've had the last couple of years, but we're happy with the turnout. And now we're just gonna go enjoy some karate from the last time, and then go back to the old grind tomorrow. So what do you got to say, Budley?
great year to have. Everybody was safe. We got some deer, like Ron said, and good times during and after. So till next year.
Yep, I know you guys really enjoy these videos. You guys should really check out some other ones. I mean, we've been doing this for about 6 years now, so if you just found our channel, thank you for I appreciate the subscribe, appreciate all the likes. You guys, like I said, we have 6 years of this type of stuff, so I mean, go check them out. I mean, go check out our hunting playlists that are specifically for this. And if you guys enjoy just the personalities we got, so this is a channel, everything about our farm, Hartung Family Farms. So obviously we're gonna be doing everything. So for the next couple months, it's gonna be cattle and grain hauling. Next couple months after that is basically just, you know, springtime, getting crops in the ground, protecting it, harvesting it, and it's a lot of fun. So really, I appreciate you guys so much for watching all these years. Take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.